I'm ChezPride and welcome back to another Sims 4 related video. And in today's video, I want to go over the April 29th, 2025 Sims 4 free base game patch update, and also what we know about the 3 new kits that are coming out in 2 days that this patch is preparing for. I know, we're almost at 10 kits since the start of the year, and it's not even June. It's freaking nuts. I currently have my game updating go, and I'm waiting on the patch notes to come out, but I do have to go out soon, so I might have to post this a bit later if the notes don't get posted before I go out. And we know how the Sims teams are about their patch notes. They make us wait. So I figured since I'm having to wait on that, we might as well go ahead and look at the information and pictures that have been shown so far for the 3 new kits coming out Thursday, May 1st, 2025. And from what I can tell, they aren't creator kits, but they actually look pretty good, and I'm pretty excited for them. I actually kind of have high hope for these. There is an Elder Kratos pack, which finally elders are getting a pack all about them. Even if it's just a kit, I'm super excited for it. And then we have a kitchen clutter pack. And then we also have what they're calling a build pack as well. But honestly, I think it's the closest thing we've had to a game pack since we got the original game pack. And that's been a while. But it's a kit that is based around repairing objects, and it comes with objects that need repairing, and it helps build the base game skill of handiness, which I think is pretty cool. I guess they're not technically counting it as a gameplay pack because it's not really new gameplay, but it really expands on gameplay we already have, so I feel like it's a gameplay pack. I don't know. Just my opinion. But let's go ahead and jump into this article I found about the kits. Well, not this article that we're looking at, but a similar one that has less ads. It still has ads, but less ads. I just liked the link picture because of it has all 3 kit covers in it. I want to start out on a picture with all 3 covers on it. So we're going to jump into an article about these 3 kits, and then hopefully by the time I get done with that, they will have released the patch notes for today's patch. So like I said, this is actually the website I found that had less ads than the link I was showing you guys on Twitter, but it still has ads. So I do apologize. You're just going to have to work with me. A lot of these article websites have a bunch of ads. I know it's annoying, but I am on comicbook.com under the Sims 4 gaming news, and the article that we are reading today is called The Sims 4 Finally Reveals First Look at the 3 New Kits Coming Very Soon. And can I say, I feel like the Sims team actually did a really good job at not leaking images these last 5 kits, like these 3 kits and the last 2 creator kits. I feel like their creator kits they didn't necessarily announce. They kind of let the creators announce those and show what they wanted, but their stuff didn't really get leaked. But these 3 kits, as you can see on the roadmap here, they did give us the name of the 3 kits and when they were coming out, but they didn't just straight up show us pictures or anything, and pictures didn't get leaked. And I feel like with kits especially, I mean, it happens with expansion packs too, but it happens quicker with kits, I guess because there's less to hide. But I feel like with kits, a lot of times we get spoiler images so early, and these were announced all the way back in February, and this is the first look we're getting at them. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm hoping that it doesn't start getting bad with leaks again. I do kind of like the leaks. I like to know what's coming, but I don't like to see full-on leaks with full list of pictures and stuff, because I like to react when I review them. So I just wanted to say I think the Sims team has got a little bit of a hold on that. But let's go ahead and jump into what the article actually says. So it says, last week, many of the Sims 4 fans started to wonder if we were going to get more details about previously announced new kits set to arrive May 1st. Initially teased during the Motherlode season overview, the kits have been a bit of a mystery ever since. Now, a few days ahead of the full release, a brand new Sims 4 kits, EA is showing off a first look at what each kit will include. All 3 of the new kits will be available on May 1st. So pretty much what I just said, but oh my gosh, so many ads. I'm so sorry. But it says, in an exciting new thread at The Sims, this shared a video featuring items from its 3 new kits via Twitter. The kits are, and these are the official names of the kits. We have the Kitchen Clutter Kit, which obviously is a clutter kit based all around kitchen, which we need. Like, I know we have, like, kitchen clutter, but we need a specifically clutter kit. Then we have the Restoration Workshop that I was telling you guys about. That's, like, in my opinion, more of a gameplay one, but they're calling it a build. And then the Golden Years, which is the Elder Kratos impact. And now to the new video, we have a sense of what each one will include when they arrive May 1st. Check out the previews below for a quick look at the 3 new kits around the Motherlode season. So I don't have this video pulled up already just because it goes through it really quick, and everything they show in this video they're showing in the pictures I'm going to show you guys. So there is an official like 8-second clip on the Sims Twitter page, and you can see it. This is what it looks like. It kind of just shows like different items off and then the cover, but I'm going to show you photos that show way more. So let's just keep going. So it says, along with the video, The Sims 4 shares some additional details about what fans can expect from each of the new kits. Here's what we know about each of those additional icons themselves. So this is the picture for the Kitchen Clutter Kit. And this is not the only picture I have. I actually have 3 different Twitter posts by Lucy posted that has like more pictures. But this is the one that they're showing us with this. So I believe this is a new black backsplash. Like, I don't think they would do a new kitchen without a new tile. Definitely a new fridge. Loving the fridge. Like, there's artwork all over it. We have cups hanging. I don't know if that's actual food or clutter. I'm thinking these are just like dirty dishes that are actual food. But we have cereal boxes with void critters on them. Oh my god, we have grocery bags. Ooh, we have more cereal boxes. Oh, this is cool. I love the counters. The counters are actually gorgeous. We have a new hood range. Obviously, a new oven as well. I'm assuming we would have a new sink. Oh, there's the sink. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I think that's a new sink. And we have a little cleaning bucket. Oh, this is all stuff I really want. I think the toilet paper roll is the same toilet paper roll we already have. But we definitely have some new, like, kitchen cooking. We have some new like spices and jarred things. Is that a new shelf or is that base game? I'm not sure. But I'm in awe of this. This is gorgeous. But we do also have more pictures. So we have that same picture we just saw, but we also have this picture that they have showed us. So yeah, they're definitely showing off more backsplashes. So it looks like going between this one and this one, it looks like it has a half and half and a full version for both the zigzaggy tiles and the brick tiles, which I think is really nice. But they're showing the same counters again, so I'm pretty sure these are new counters. Oh yeah, with the way this island works right here, I'm pretty sure that's definitely a new counter, because none of them really work like that yet. Here is the up close on the, okay, so it is a lunchbox. I was confused what it was, but it is a lunchbox. It has a little milk carton beside it. Oh, that's so cute. We have a new little shelf thing. I guess it's like a cooking counter, like specifically. It has like cooking ingredients on it. Interesting. Oh, we have a scale. I doubt it's functional. It has to be like, just clutter, but it's so cute. And yep, there's the new cooking utensils again. Okay, yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I think this is has a lot of stuff that we were definitely missing, especially like a fridge with a bunch of like paperwork on it. I feel like that's so realistic. Okay, but let's actually read what the article said for the kitchen clutter kit. So it says, the kitchen clutter kit for The Sims 4 will be AI new build mode items that can help you decorate your kitchen sim with more realistic items. Clutter items include lunchboxes, cereal boxes, new kitchen timer. Okay, so we're getting a new timer. I'm assuming it's going to be functional considering they just came out with functional alarm clocks, but I may be wrong. A drying rack for dishes to stack up. So that's literally all they tell us, but that's enough information for me. And honestly, I know the restoration kit is next, but I want to go over that one last. Let's go over the Golden Years one next. So this is the picture that we're getting in the article with the Golden Years with a bunch of cute little elders. I've been obsessed since Life and Death came out. I've been obsessed with making elders. I never really made a lot of elders in my Sims game because they always die so quick. But recently I've been really obsessed, so this is good timing for me. So this is a dress they've been advertising a lot. Very old-timey. I'm loving it. I can't tell if this is a toupee or a hat. I think it's a toupee. We have glasses here. We have pearl earrings. I love the different little granny dresses and the shoes. I want to say that almost looks like a new hair, but we've never gotten a kit with a hair, so I'm assuming not. But I don't recognize that hair. But it definitely looks older, like older people, which I appreciate. But I also like the fact that they're kind of bringing in like a funkier style too. Like if you look at this sim, they look like slightly younger. I mean, they're obviously an elder, but they look like they're slightly more hip and into fashion than like say this granny look. So I think there's going to be a good variety. But again, I also have another picture pulled up here. So we have a closer look here. So it looks like we also have like a new gardening outfit. Oh, we have Agnes Crumplebottom in the background. Oh, she even hits elders with her purse. Oh, that's definitely, I feel like it's definitely a toupee. Oh, that's cool. I love the fact that we got that. I think I heard that the gardening gloves were coming. Yeah, okay, but he is wearing the gloves. I was looking at this hand. I wasn't looking at this hand. Oh, we finally have gardening gloves. I hope they have, like, floral patterns on them. Because every time I think of gardening gloves, I think of my grandma. And she always had floral patterned ones. But this is a kind of simpler version of the dress. I think that headscarf is Space Game. I'm not sure, though. I know those are new glasses. Like, both of these glasses are new items. But yeah, that's another picture for this pack. And it does, of course, have a short description. So it says, as many fans host, the Golden Years kit will come with new Elder Sim styles to give this stage of life some flair. This Creative Sim kit features new clothing for Elder Sims, including comfortable clothing for working out or dressing up. And the kit also includes some new accessories, including toupees. I was right, that is a toupee. And eyewear retainers. Interesting that they're calling them retainers. Interesting. Okay. So that is the Golden Year kit. And now we have the last kit that I'm probably most excited about. So it's the Restoration Workshop kit, and it's based all around the handiness skill. Like, it gives you broken items that you can fix and get that skill up with. It kind of reminds me of the Fixer Upper car in the Sims 3 cars. Well, not Sims 3 cars, but you know, the pack in the Sims 3 that was towards cars and came with the Fixer Upper car. I love that fact they're bringing kind of that back. I mean, obviously we don't have cars. There's not a Fixer Upper car. We're not going to get a car related skill or anything like that. So don't come at me for saying cars and Sims. But I feel like the concept is there, as where you get to get a broken item and repair it yourself and build up. I'm hoping that maybe if we do get cars one day, this is kind of maybe foreshadowing getting the Fixer Upper car back, because I loved that. And was it Sims Generation Sims Ambitions, I can't remember. But I remember there being a fixer-upper car and me loving it. So I'm kind of glad they're bringing that kind of theme back. But as you can see, it's more stuff like that you would find in a garage that doesn't have cars. So we have like an old oven that might need repairing. You have a toolbox. You have a flipped over bucket, which I love. That's so realistic. Looks like we have some new shelves, some new electrical paneling. That I don't want to think about that. Considering I just had a house fire with my electrical wiring, I don't want to think about that. Is that a new fridge? Is that like a cooler fridge? I don't know. That's cool though. I am seeing a bunch of new shelving though, a bunch of new toolboxes. So it's very much completely based around the handiness skill, which is why, like I said, I feel like it's kind of a gameplay kit, but it's not bringing new gameplay. It's just bringing new items to expand upon gameplay we already have. And of course, I have another picture pulled up here as well. So as you can see, kind of given that garage vibe I was telling you about. Ooh, they have a standing fan. That's cool. We have a new workbench. Ooh, this is like a tub on top of a toolbox. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, that fridge is broken. So that's definitely a new fridge. I wonder how the items look when they're repaired. And I mean, this is the oven repaired. So you can see in the last picture, this was the red oven cooked. And then this one is repaired. So I'm assuming we're going to be able to use the item, like functional items, after we get them, which I think is really cool. Like, I would love to be able to fix an item up and then use it and know that my sim did that. I don't know. I think that's a cool concept. We also have some more box storage. We have a broken down microwave, a broken down coffee pot. It looks like we have a sink, so I wonder if we're going to get a broken down version of that. Here's another toolbox. We have a workbench situation over here. I'm sure this is decorative. This is the actual workbench. Okay, but I really like this. Ooh, look at this light. This light. Oh, I just noticed this wall. It's like a painted wall. It's like a patchy painted wall. Like you would paint over patches and sand it. That's cool. That can do some good storytelling. But quickly, let's go ahead and read off this article here. So it says, the new Restoration Workshop Kit for The Sims 4 will add the ability to fix broken down appliances in a new workshop space. This includes build mode items like shelves filled with tools, woodworking benches, fuse boxes, and more. Sims will be able to use the space to retrieve microwaves, coffee makers, refrigerators, and stoves with the handiness skill. As of now, it's unclear if these new interactions or simply the ability to perform existing repairs on upgrades with newly designed spaces. I would assume the repairs are going to be very similar. Maybe like each item may have a slight like personality if they really want to go out of their way and do that for us. I don't know if they would though. I don't know if they would, but they at least they're trying. They're trying to put a little bit of gameplay into these kits and make them more worth their buck. But speaking of worth their buck, it says the price for the kits hasn't been formally announced, but they're most likely going to cost $4.99 each, like all prior kits. So, you know, that's the typical price on the kits, at least for the US and on the EA website or EA app. I know there's different websites you can get them probably for cheaper, especially since kits don't really go on sale, but typically they're about $5. They now charge tax, which I think is kind of bogus, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm about to have to go out, so I'm going to come back and find the patch notes when I get back from going to town, and then I'll post this video as soon as I can and put all of this together into one video. But I do want to say, before we go over the patch update, make sure if you are doing the patch update, well, you're kind of, if you're going to play the game, you're kind of required to do the patch update, but make sure you are backing up your save and taking out your mods and custom content folder. It's not as big of a deal with like bug fix patches, which is typically what we get before kit. Again, the patch notes aren't out yet, or they just came out if they did. So I haven't seen if it's more than bug updates, but bug fixes. But I know we're supposed to get a good amount of bug fixes. So typically the mods aren't too affected by this if it's not bringing new stuff, like new gameplay assets. But just to be safe, back up your save files, delete your mods, and then reinstall mods after a day or two to see if the creators brought them up to date with the newest patch. But for now, I'm going to stop this here, and I will be back in a moment with the official patch notes. Okay, guys, they did eventually end up posting the patch notes, but even for the Sims team, they posted them way later than normal. Granted, it is a couple hours after they posted them now, so either way, I was going to be late posting them because my afternoon did not go as planned. And I guess if it had gone as planned, I still would have had to wait on the patch notes. But sorry this video is a little bit later because, one, I'm not as fast as internet as I'm used to, and two, like I said, my afternoon did not go as planned, so I'm recording this way later than I was expecting. But the Sims Direct Communications did not post the patch notes, or I guess the Sims team didn't post the patch notes. They just post it on this page when they're done with the patch notes. But they didn't post it till 1 minute till 5 o'clock my time zone. Normally, they post it like 2, maybe 3 o'clock at the latest. Normally, patches come out around 1 o'clock. Today, the patch came out around 1:32 because that's around what time I got home. And I guess it was more like 2 o'clock because I got home at like 1:40 and then the patch was available to download around 2. So they waited 3 hours almost to post these patch notes. I'm just saying that I feel like they should make an effort to post them like as soon as the patch releases. Like, do not release the patch until the patch notes are done. Like, that would be my opinion, but I guess just because I make videos over these things, I find it more annoying than probably most people. But I'm just saying, even for them, that was a late post. But, like I said, they do always post the links to these patch notes on the Sims Direct Communications page on Twitter. I'm sure there's another way to find a direct link, but that's where I find my direct link, and I like to link my sources. And the link goes to the EA website, of course. This is normally where they put their big patch update articles, and it is called Cluttered Spaces, Elderware, and Bug Fixes. So like I said, this is the patch before the 3 kits, the Golden Years, the Kitchen Clutter Kit, and the Renovation Kit where I've already talked about these, but basically this update came out 4/29/2025 for both PC, Mac, and console. So it says, Soul Simmers, today's update includes a range of fixes to accompany your Sims as they begin exploring their new workshop, getting comfortable in practical elderware, and making messes in their kitchens for that perfect lived-in look. For most up-to-date information, please follow literally the Twitter page I just showed you. But like I told you earlier, as I was expecting, it's pretty much just a bunch of bug fixes. Like, there's nothing new coming to the game. You still want to, like, take out your mods just in case. But there are, like, 5 things for the base game. There's some stuff for high school years, for life and death. A ton for business and hobbies, obviously, because that's, like, our newest expansion pack. And we can't get a new expansion pack without the next, like, 3 patches having a million fixes for it. Surprisingly, we have 1 for vampires, considering how much older vampires is compared to all these other kits. That was a little bit of a surprise. And the last one, we have 1 for Secret Sanctuary. So let's actually jump into reading what these bug fixes are. So I already did make a video going over the laundry list that was released for this patch about a week ago. So I do know some of the bug fixes that are coming in this patch, but of course the laundry list did not list them all. Obviously, there's way more listed here than there was listed in the laundry list, but also because I read that laundry list, I know the 2 bug fixes that are pretty big want it right now and are not coming. So I'm just going to go ahead and state them, that the bug that is causing the file corruptions and for rent is not fixed, unfortunately, which is why I've been playing some of my saves so sparingly, but hopefully they will fix that in the next month or two. I'm hoping like within the next couple weeks, but that may be a big hope. And then also, we are still having the problem where it rains and snows inside your builds. So, I mean, that doesn't really affect me because I normally turn rain off. And I normally only have like a little bit of winter, and I turn off like the winter storms. So it's not so bad, but I can see with people that play on with full-on weather how that would be annoying and why the community wouldn't want that as such a big fix. But that's enough of what we aren't getting. Let's talk about what we are getting this patch. So we are getting 5 base game updates. So the first 3 of these were on the EA forums. Basically, if you don't know what the EA forums are, it's basically a place where you can go to report problems. And also, you can look at where other people reported problems and give it like a thumbs up and like boost it so the Sims team knows that a lot of people are having that problem. So it's a good place to go if you're having a more than often occurrence with what you think is probably a glitch. But it says for base game, when teenager Sims age up into young adults, they will get the option of a 3rd trait. Now, I haven't had a problem aging my teens into young adults and not being able to get a trait, but I have had the issue of the Sims that live in my world that age up autonomously from teenagers to young adults just not getting a trait, like when they age up outside my household. So hopefully it's fixed for both of those things. Sims will no longer become unresponsive, and the game will no longer freeze in the save menu when multiple ghosts are in the household. I haven't had that issue because I haven't had multiple ghosts in a household, but I can see where that would be annoying. Plants which are grown in garden planter box, hand fashion planter box, mounted in the ground garden patches, and in-ground garden patches can be watered successfully. First we had the weeding problem, now we're having the water problem. Gardening just has given us so many problems over the years. And then apparently one of the dresses in Create Sim, that space game, no longer has a visible seam when paired with certain shoes. And they fixed an issue for Mac where the game became unresponsive when traveling to the library or nightclub in Willow Creek. Alright. Then we have 3 for high school years. So high school event tasks will now properly appear when sending multiple teens to school. After shaving to the preferred length, arm hair will now update properly. I just turn off the hair growth. I think it's really annoying. I don't like shaving in real life. I don't want my Sims to have to shave. So I didn't know that was a problem. Sims are now able to complete the chess fair puzzle. We have 2 for life and death. So Sims with certain reward traits can now go through rebirth without any simulation errors and are taken to Create Sim as expected. And the gold braids will only appear for the cult picker in the Create Sim UI for the first time it's opened or viewed. Thank you. That was so annoying. So annoying. I've done so many stuff in Create Sim since this has been a glitch, and it is on my nerves every time. So I hope it does not come back, because we have to keep in mind, guys, that the Sim seems put out that these things are fixed, and a lot of times they are fixed, but sometimes they're temporarily fixed and they come back. So hopefully it stays fixed. But then we have a ton for business and hobbies. Like, I'm not even counting. We have that many. But let's just go straight to them. So it says, customers who are practicing tattooing will now focus on the task at hand rather than swapping practice partners back and forth. That would be annoying. Small business employees no longer a valid autonomous target for practicing tattooing customer rule. Employee sim working at multiple small businesses will now change to the correct employee uniforms when the second business is open after closing the first. I'm going to be playing around with having more than one business soon. So I'm glad they fixed that before I did that. Sims who own small businesses will now change into the correct uniform when working as an employee at a household member's small business. Bunch of problems with the uniforms, apparently. So not that I ever play with Discovery Quest, so not that I would know. Actually, if you watch my videos, you know how much I hate the Discovery requests. I think they're one of the most annoying things in the game. But apparently one of them were having an issue, so the hire an employee goal for the running a small business discovery quest now will complete when the employee is hired via the UI as well as via the social interaction. And then they fixed an issue that caused a missing icon to appear when selling a business. And then apparently the burglar sack geometry will no longer appear twisted when animating, which I know burglars came with the patch before business and hobbies, but doesn't that technically mean burglars are base game? So shouldn't the burglar be under the base game patches? I don't know. Some of the where they put things in these patch notes are questionable sometimes. But Sims instructed to clean will no longer attempt to wash their cotton candy or swirl lollies in a sink and will pop them straight into the trash instead because, you can't have hairy lollipops. Even in the trash. Not allowed. Okay. But apparently they updated a couple of color swatches that were missing. One on the creator counter and one in some of the paintings for the Trashly certified art collection. And considering that was one of the big game features that were showed off, I'm kind of surprised that they had a missing color swatch for that. I guess I shouldn't be. It's The Sims. But still. And then we have the Ask to Mentor interaction now has the appropriate skill name listed in the pie menu. Finished pottery no longer spoils. I didn't know pottery spoiled in general, but I guess I normally bake it right after, so I guess I haven't waited long enough for it to. And it says cooked and baked food items will now show the for sale visual effect when placed on the retail displays. I'm assuming that's the little red tag thing that comes up. Trashly Real Person has been reprimanded for littering and has promised to stop leaving their cotton candy on the floor all over Iverstadt. Oh my goodness. The fact that they're saying that Trashly is promising to be less trashy is hilarious to me. That very greatly amuses me. Alright. We have about 5 more for businesses and hobbies. So we have creating and preparing family recipes now supports the Simple Living Lot Challenge. The cost to create and prepare a family recipe is now accurate when Sims have ingredients in their inventory. Sims who have not checked into a small business can now freely use items in their own inventory. When checking in together with a group, the entry fees is now calculated correctly. Aww, I actually liked that glitch. I liked the fact that it charged the same amount for one sim that it did for a whole family. But I guess if you're being the business owner, that would be annoying. But when you come to the business, that was really nice. Oh well, I guess I should have assumed it was a glitch. And then fix an issue where the confirm button could be grayed out despite having an object selected when adding items to the Mystical Moonlight Crystal Grid from Crystal Creations or any other retail displays from businesses and hobbies via the pie menu interaction. The two that we have left, we have one for vampires. So child Sims with vampire eyes will now stay instead of reverting to normal semis. And for Secret Sanctuary, apparently there was a green variation of a dress that has some pixelation and is now fixed. So that, my friends, is all the patches. Again, it wasn't a huge patch. We don't normally get super huge patches before kit releases, but we are getting 3 kits. So there is a lot of kits coming in a couple of days. So keep an eye out for that, because I will definitely be doing reviews over all 3 of those kits. But I think I'm going to end this video here, guys, because I'm getting this video up already way later than I expected. And again, I apologize. My afternoon just did not go as planned, and then they released the patch and it was super late. It was weird. I know earlier in the video I was like, oh, they don't release them a little late, so we're waiting on them. But I did not expect them to release them 3 or 4 hours late. I don't know. That was weird. Guys, do we know what happened, or are they just getting lazier? I don't know. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and do all that awesome stuff, because you guys are awesome people. I'll see you next time. All right,